Already got no error, so we should be piping in. I got the YouTube notice.
There we go.
All right, so now that that's going, let me start with the scroll. All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Rum Ramblings. We're going to do a live cast, rum cast, whatever you're going to call it. You see Terry's got his beverage. Adam's got his beverage. And I've got mine. So,
cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, Jay.
And Jay.
And Jay. All right, so we don't have a big agenda this week, a big topic to discuss, so we're kind of going to cover quick things on some fast passes and some other little topics and things. I think Terry's got kind of a quick agenda we're going to go over, so I'll let you guys kick it off, and I'm going to try and get the chat situated here so people can watch, and we can get that going through the feed as well, too.
All right.
Excellent. Yep.
All right, so here we go yet again, episode 4. Didn't they start getting good about episode 4?
Right.
Yeah. Don't hold your hopes too high for us.
Yeah. Low bar here, folks. All right, so one of the things that we're going to cover tonight is fast passes, some parts of the day, some things that we're doing, the way we're going to go about organizing some stuff as far as times go. But one of the things we added up to the DDC Rocks website is we linked in a Google Calendar, and we've got some guys that are helping us. Shout out to Jay Gilbert and to Jeff Fry for willing to help us do some of this stuff and get some of the paperwork done and keep it up to date and keep us straight. And so we're going to try to get all that stuff up there as far as the times go. And you guys, if you got a Google phone or an Android, you can just link to the calendar and suck that into your calendar, and it'll just be there. And you won't have to worry about us making 40 billion Facebook invites and all kinds of stuff. It'll just be there if you want it. So, Terry, what's our first thing we got going on? We got something coming up here in a little bit.
We do. Rum.
I forgot that's on the agenda every 5 seconds.
It is. It is.
And if you doubt us, we have that all typed out. We'll show you our agenda.
we're talking fast passes here tonight. So I guess for us, for Joe, Adam, Carl, and I, our fast pass windows open up November 6th. So a little bit ahead of everybody else. So thought we'd start talking what we're looking at for fast passes. To go with the days of the parks of the day. The first one for the early arrivers is going to be Tuesday, January 8th. And that's going to be probably Hollywood Studios. And that fast pass agenda will be the same on Friday, which is when the majority of everybody's in. What is there to do at Hollywood Studios? There's, for fast passes, probably everybody's going to want to ride Slinky Dog.
I was going to say, I hear there's this new wiener dog ride.
Yeah.
So everybody get ready to ride the wiener.
Everybody wants to ride the wiener, yeah. And I understand there's a line to ride the wiener, but not one to ride the ass. So we're going to go and get fast passes for Slinky Dog. With Hollywood Studios now, they group Toy Story in Tier 1, everything else is Tier 2. The advantage of that is we'd be able to do Slinky Dog and then Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror. So those are the fast passes we'll be aiming for. If you friended us on My Disney Experience, we'll be able to make those fast passes, like I say, for November 6th. We'll make them for whoever's friended us.
And one note on that is, if we go ahead and make them for you while we're doing stuff, or we're going through it because our window opens up so early, if you don't like them, you can just cancel them. Yeah, it's not going to affect your window or your time frame. Or if you don't want to do that, and if you don't want to do that, say, hey, leave me out. But we'll be glad to try to do that and try to get as many of us together as we can. Because that's always kind of disheartening, like, oh, well, everybody's got a fast pass but me, and I'm left out. And so you have to go sit on the bench and eat a pretzel while we go ride, which is not a bad thing. But, you don't get to have that experience in the line and hanging out, because we have a lot of fun doing all that. And speaking from personal experience, having gotten left off a few rides periodically because we came late or we did things late or something, it's a little, it cuts into some of the fun, because while we're down there, I don't do that many rides other than the few that I do with the guys, with everybody. So, I like to try to get in there and do all that. So while we're down there, I don't do that many rides. One of us is getting an echo.
Yeah, I'm hearing a repeat loop.
Turn my volume down there anyways.
I'm going on and on and on and on.
So, well, we've talked about fast passes at Hollywood Studios. That brings us to our next topic.
Yeah, I'm hearing a repeat loop.
Rum?
Rum. Extra rum. I'm going on and on.
And then the next park of the day would probably be Wednesday, January 9th. Again, for the early arrivers. Probably going to do Animal Kingdom that day, since we're doing Jico wine tour that afternoon. So Animal Kingdom, a little bit surprised to learn there were rides in Animal Kingdom and stuff. I thought there was really just the Dawa Bar and Nomads, but there's a whole set of attractions, which now I understand why I've never run into John Peters behind the bar at either of those places. He works there, but
he doesn't work there.
If it was Dawa Bar or Nomads. So, anyways, after breakfast, the Dawa Bar will probably do Flight of Passage, Expedition Everest, and Kilimanjaro safaris. Those are kind of the tougher ones to do as a group, so it's nice to get fast passes for them.
And a nice note there, those of us that are going to go to Jico that afternoon, I think, didn't it have a dress code?
For GCO, yes.
Yeah, so
there is a dress code. So
if we don't take a break and run back to the house and change, we may tell everybody to throw, at least throw the shirt that qualifies.
Yeah.
In the car, and we can go run change or something at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah, that's a great point. And what's the next topic on the agenda there? Rum. Joe's falling a bit behind, but he's a little busy.
He's trying to tech us out here. It's kind of nice when Joe's on here because I don't have to tech as much. I think we'll keep you around, Joe.
Park 3, that's Epcot. That's the beer garden day. Fast passes, we're looking at probably Soarin'. We had a we have to do Spaceship Earth. That's and we wrestled about this for quite a bit there, but the guys won out, and we're not going to do Figment. We're going to do Living with the Land probably, unless there's a big demand for the purple Dragon Fast Pass. But there really is. There's Soarin' or Test Track, and for Epcot, that's really about all you need.
Well, and I was going to say, that morning, if we decide to get there early that morning, we probably can just walk on the Test Track. Shouldn't be a big deal.
And I thought the problem with the Test Track Fast Pass is you don't get to design the car, and that's half the ride.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is we can go stand in the line and you get, grab us some drinks or something, go stand in the line, hang out and just socialize in the line if everybody wants to get in the line. If it's not long, if it's 45 minutes, we stand around and talk outside the bathroom for 45 minutes.
Right.
I might as well stand in line, man. And, we get some cool photos and stuff. And that's something. Oh, speaking of photos, that's something else I wanted to try to bring up. So hopefully everybody's cool with, us yanking the ride photos and doing that kind of stuff and sticking them out and putting them up. There's a lot of that stuff we're going to share. Hopefully you guys have seen some of the stuff I've been doing on the convention site, trying to get past photos up and show some of the things we've done in the past. I'd love to have a large collection from this year to put out. I've got it set up so that people can automatically drop stuff. If you guys are savvy and know how to use like Google Drive, G Drive, I've got it set up so you guys can just automatically drop them from your phone in a G Drive, and it tweets them out and it saves them, and you don't have to do anything. It's just all automatic. Figured that would be fun. We're trying to do our social media wall so that we can have a nice big collection of social media things, and we can make DisDads trending, maybe. Who knows?
So are you pulling from? Well, I know you're pulling from Twitter. So where else are you able to pull from? If we hashtag everything, so these guys may want to post some things on their own Facebook page and stuff like that. So
right now, I can do Twitter, Instagram. Facebook is wonky because Facebook just changed their API, so it's hard to grab. Even if your page is public, I can't really grab it. But I'm looking with something. If you, I think if you do like post a photo and then do at DisDads Club Convention, which is one of our sites, or we might even tag the at Rum Rambling site. If you do at us, so you're maybe sending a, you're making a post, but you're sending it towards us, you can do that out. The other thing that I did set up is if you drop something in the G Drive, say you don't have Twitter, you don't have Facebook, you don't have, say you don't do social media, period, but you can access Google Drive. It's a shared drive that I have a big obfuscated link, and if you drop a photo in there, it automatically tweets it out and sticks it on the DisDads Club Instagram feed with DDC7 and a couple of hashtags, and puts it out there. So it's just kind of generic, but it gets it out there without you having to do anything or have anything load. You don't have to load anything on your phone. You just, you can just drop stuff over there. So we'll go over that. If anybody has problems with that, y'all feel free to message me. You can message Joe. I'm sure he can walk you through it too. G Drive's super easy to load and use. Bring a camel pack. Why are we bringing a camel pack? Oh, a camel
Camel
pack.
toes? What?
We already see a lot of that we don't want to see, Terry. January, unfortunately, is leggings everywhere, with not a shirt to cover.
Some of them are okay.
Well, I was going to say, but then there's all these
You
people
take the
that
good
don't
with
know.
the bad.
Well, I was going to say, but there's so many people that don't understand the difference between leggings and pantyhose.
Spandex. Oh, have mercy.
Where would we finish off there?
All right, so we're still in Epcot, and we're going to Beer Garden that night, and that's a little beer garden. Hey, by the way, I don't know how many of y'all. I don't generally watch a lot of the Disney podcast or shows anymore, but Jeff pointed out that there's one of the podcasters the other day was doing a live feed of best values in Disney World. And he happens to be a guy that has gone low carb / keto also. And one of his top 10 picks was Beer Garden for the availability, for the price, and for whatever. So, hey, I get to get a good value and get my diet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We still got room, too, if anybody wants to tag along to Beer Garden.
I think we've got a couple of slots just about everywhere that we can get it, other than the Wave. I think
the Wave, I think, is booked. I think Brunch is booked, and Gico.
Okay, yeah, Gico's out, but the Wave. I will say this: if you're not on the list and you want to come, show up, because we probably have 60% of that restaurant booked for us. It ain't real big, and I'm sure that they will pull a chair up because they've always worked with big groups. I've been there for various conventions, and they just let us pile in. For stuff, so I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, and there's always the lounge.
There's always, you can sit in the lounge and wait on us, and we'll be out, shortly. And
we'll bring our scraps.
And on Sunday for brunch, as long as it's one or two, we probably can get you in. We probably can't bring an extra 10.
No.
But one or two, they probably let you up, and it won't be a big problem. So that's Epcot. Oh, we got
rum.
Oh, yeah.
More rum.
Oh
yeah. Oh, wait.
Speaking of BYOR, we're getting to Magic Kingdom next.
No, we're back at Hollywood Studios.
Yep, DHS.
DHS. Yeah,
the same things that I said before. Fast passes for Slinky Dog, Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror.
Nice.
But the reason I wanted to mention that again is because next on the agenda is rum.
Rum again.
And then,
and then we're Magic Kingdom.
And then we have a picnic that the three of us have got to deal with and get all that, and then somehow or another stumble into Magic Kingdom the next morning. If any of you think that those fast passes for Magic Kingdom are going to be early, you are sadly mistaken.
Be very mistaken.
Yeah, Jeff, you may be riding by yourself because you'll probably be one of the few that'll show up early.
Yeah, Jeff may be having to pay for that Uber that morning by himself.
Magic Kingdom Day, we're looking at Jungle Cruise, and then I don't know. We got Pirates, we got Big Thunder Mountain, we got Seven Dwarf Mine Train, we got Haunted Mansion, Buzz Lightyear, Splash Mountain if it's open, but it's probably going to be closed for refurb by that time.
It's
usually the time of year.
We can get Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and load the whole car. If we can get enough to load it up, we will.
We could rock that sucker.
Yeah.
We
were at 18 this year, weren't we?
Moving this year.
Yeah.
Terry and I were side by side, and we were slinging that thing.
All right, we'll shoot for Seven Dwarves and then something else. Probably Pirates, because Pirates like rum.
Pirates like rum.
That's right. And after our pirate ride, then we head straight over to our favorite ride, which is the upside down pineapple cake with
some water.
Water.
Or rum.
You're correct. Water. Flavored water.
BYOR.
Yeah, like Adam said, those fast passes on Saturday are probably going to be a little later in the day, because we kind of expect that Friday night to be a
bit late.
Bit of a late one.
Well, and that'll work out for those of us that are going. We're going to the Wave. If we get a late start on Saturday, then we can move on in, hang out, and just stay in Magic Kingdom. Maybe wander over to Sam's or something. Guys, you will have a hard time convincing me that it's going to be as crowded this year as it's been the last 3 years. I don't
think it will be.
It's not.
There's going to be certain spots that are going to be crowded, but otherwise, I think it's going to be a lot lighter.
Yeah.
So,
if anything, it'll be the locals who are held over from the holidays, avoiding all the crowds, who are now excited to get back into the parks after the holidays.
Well, see, a lot of them, they're still blocked out. I think I'll have to verify that. Some of them are still blacked out until the weekend after that.
Gotcha. Let's hope.
But the other thing is that they go back to school on that Monday that we get down there. So that'll thin it out too. So anyway, we can go for Magic Kingdom. Hopefully we can do a few things. We didn't mention in each one of those parks, those days, we've got some photos scheduled.
Yeah.
And so we really want guys to try. We're going to put them on the calendar. We're going to announce the times. And even if you don't want to do anything else, show up for 30 minutes out of your day, at least one of the days, and take a photo with us.
Yeah.
And we're going to
do photos at each of the parks. We're going to try to do them one inside and one outside. It's going to start with Beer Garden. Well, after Beer Garden, we'll see what we do for the group photo inside. Whether we do it, we'll probably do it at Beer Garden unless Snow White's out and about.
If Snow White's out and about, we're going to see Snow White. Would you like my apple, dearie?
Then, yeah, and then at the start, somewhere along the pier crawl, we'll pick a spot there to do a group photo outside the park. Again, we're trying to do the group photo so that you don't need park pass to participate in all the group photos.
Yeah.
Right.
The Friday we'll do one outside of Hollywood Studios, and we'll probably do one with the Wiener.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking that Friday would be the picnic at the house, right?
So we'll have that, but we'll do the photo at the house that we always do at the picnic.
So traditionally, that one's kind of the one that most people show up to. We have the largest crowd of dads together because it's, again, food at the house and the barbecue and stuff. So traditionally, so far in the past, it's been that photo for the past 2 years has been at the barbecue that's made the top of the DisDads page and wrote it out for the next year. But again, it's why we're doing multiple sessions, multiple opportunities inside and outside. So hopefully, if we get a bigger photo group together at a different park meetup or outside the park meetup instead of the barbecue, I doubt it.
I'm hoping that if not our biggest, or at least our second biggest or equal to biggest, will be Saturday afternoon before we go to the Wave, outside of Magic Kingdom, right out in front of the train station.
Yeah. So
we'll get a photo pass photographer to take that one, and we can all stagger up in there.
We'll do one inside at the castle.
We'll do one at the castle.
Probably around 3:30. It's going to depend a bit on fast passes and stuff. And then, the train station outside. And then we'll stumble over to the Wave.
But again, if it doesn't show up on the top of the DisDads page for the photo of the year, if you will, they'll all still be on the DisDads convention DDC page, part of the video feed and the photo feed. So they'll always be there to remember the convention by.
Yep, we're gonna try to keep that going. That's one reason we didn't date the convention site. That way we can just have that as a nice little photo thing. And I know we jokingly posted on the site, hey, if you really don't want your photo posted, let us know. And we had some snippy remarks, and we had some people that were being, whatever about it. But if you genuinely have a reason not to have your photo displayed, we're not going to tag names. If you notice out there, I don't have anybody's names on anything, so you'd have to know who you are, or you'd have to be able to do the facial recognition to search somebody out. If you really don't want your photo shown or whatever, you need to let me know, and we'll try to set it up. Oh yeah, Jeff just points out that the photo shot in front of the castle, in front of the thing, is in front of the turnstiles. There is a way in front of that gate that you can make a photo on the other side. I've done it a few times. So we can do that just on the other side of the fence.
We'll figure it out. It may be in front of a boat too, or the monorail, because it's a boat.
In front of the monorail. It's a boat. Boat drinks.
Boat drinks.
Boat drinks.
I'm empty. I don't want to make some of the other dads mad and keep drinking out of my big red glass. So. The big red glass isn't empty yet. I made sure I didn't have to go twice. So. Yeah, we'll work that out. Thanks for pointing that out, Jeff. I totally forgot about that, but we'll make that. I'm doing a solo pic of me this year. No group photo for the cover. Okay, Billy. Whatever.
Shut up, Carl.
Shut up, Carl. He's trying to hide himself as Billy.
Billy, who's Billy?
Carl in a really long time.
We need to just get Feeney to say that, and we just need to put it on a loop. Well, that means you just got to drink it straight, Randall.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll also probably try to take a picture at the Contemporary that night while we're there, because there's a couple of good spots out back. If you go out and walk out their dock out by their pool, you get a nice shot out over the lake, and there's a lot of lighting from Wilderness Lodge behind you. A couple options there. We'll drag everybody around. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Is there rum?
There can be.
There can be.
All right.
But
have bottle will travel.
But Terry, just remember, there's banana martinis.
See, I know there's hopes of going to Trader Sam's or the Edison on Saturday night. I have this real fear that I might be stuck at the Wave.
Terry,
at the lounge.
Those martinis are really, really good.
We'll get one, and then we'll get another one, and then Joe will call an Uber.
And then we'll call an Uber. Yeah. We'll have to end up at Trader Sam's. It's just inevitable, right? Because there's too many guys that are coming that have not been, that want to go, and we'll have to, for lack of better words, pop those cherries. So we'll be with Trader Sam's at least one night.
Yeah. All right. We need to figure out how much it costs to get a ginormous, like one of those Hummer town cars or something for the night, and they can just cart us around.
Right.
Just whenever we're ready, hey dude, pick us up, man.
The Traders from the Wave is technically the big car that's the monorail.
Yeah. We could fill up one of those.
Yeah.
Walking drinks.
Yeah, whoever's on the monorail when we get on, they'll be well entertained, I'm sure.
Aren't there poles in the middle of this in there?
Like I said, they'll be well entertained.
Have you ever seen that?
I think there's a photo of you and I doing that last year as well.
I'm pretty sure there is. Did you ever watch the King of Queens TV show? And what is his name? You know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, he actually was trying to get her to learn how to do pole dancing, and he learned it. And there's an episode with him on a pole, and it is hilarious. just Google that. It's worth your time to watch it because one, I ain't figured out yet whether he actually did it or they had to strap him to some wires to get him up on there. But he got up on the pole upside down.
Is that Kevin James? I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's pretty agile guy. He'll do some pretty good stuff.
Randall's wondering if we can totally fill Trader Sam's.
That's easy.
We can drink them dry.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they got close to cutting us off at one point.
They may have discussed that a little.
Yeah, I think if it weren't for the fact that we were ordering pot stickers and the lettuce cups and all the other stuff, they probably would have.
Yeah.
Well,
so you guys are drinking more than you're eating.
I was pretty sure at one point they were going to ask us for a card to do a pre-hold. Because it's like, because you got to think at some point in time they've got to have been stiffed.
Oh,
yeah.
Everybody does get stiffed, unfortunately, and
I mean,
that really sucks for the servers.
I mean,
but again, I'll be honest about our tab. You know, there was a good portion of it that was souvenir cups, right? So it wasn't hugely alcohol.
But it was still
but that was one of 2 or 3 tabs that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys closed one down before we came down from Ohana, so there was at least 2 tabs going.
Yeah, that total that night was.
And then, you know, I think Jay maybe had his own. Jewart and Brandy had their own, and then, you know, so we put some money through the building that night. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And cheers, Jort. We hear you're coming. If you're out there listening,
Yes.
We're ready, Dave. That's going to be awesome.
Thank you, Brandy, for allowing him to come.
Thank you, Brandy.
So,
I need a bigger cup.
I know. Well, here.
Rocket doesn't hold as much as my Groot one, but my kids have my Groot one.
I'm gonna have to just switch cups. I'm tired of filling that one up. So, Sunday park of the day is California Grill.
California Grill.
The park of the day is the Contemporary.
I think we did decide that at some point we might decide to go, if we wanted to Animal Kingdom that afternoon, if we decided to wander out. I mean, I'm not riding anything, but we might go over there and hang out.
Yeah, it might be a good chance to wind down at, I don't know, someplace there. If only there's a place there that had like drinks and music and Dole Whips nearby.
Really? Is there a place like that, Terry?
I can't think of it, but it'd be nice if they put something in there for us.
Is it shaded?
Yeah, that'd be really good.
What about a place with nice lounge chairs? You know, big
could work too.
Tables and chairs.
Around menus.
You know,
for those of us that are like nomads and stuff, and we just wander around, right?
Hey, believe it or not, in the fall when Tara and I were, well, no, not in the fall, just a couple months when Tara and I were down there, we actually got a seat inside. I've never sat inside that place.
I
wow.
Sat there last year with Randall.
I've never sat inside. I've always had to sit outside at the big horseshoes outside.
Yeah.
But
I like those out there, though.
Oh, I do too. It's so pleasant.
If you get one around the back a little bit, it's super quiet.
Yeah, but at the end of June, it was a little warm. I was wanting inside.
Yeah, that's true.
January's nice. And we've never made it, as a collective, we've never made it over to Geyser Point. We really need to try to do that. That might be a place to go hang out.
Yeah, that's all dependent on temperature, because it looks like a fantastic spot.
It is.
It's like
last year it was too freaking cold.
Yeah, it's like dockside.
Yeah. So can we use fast passes for like pubs and taverns and bars and stuff? Because that would be ideal.
So
I thought that's what the point of fast passes were, but I've learned differently.
If anybody gets one of those anytime fast passes or those golden tickets, I dare you to take it up to the bartender at Tune In Lounge and say, I need a seat, man. This is anywhere.
That's awesome.
They'll find you something.
I bet they get you a seat just for the surety grins and giggles of the story.
I bet they would.
So then Monday we have Give Kids the World. We're still thinking and talking about maybe doing something Monday night. We haven't quite decided what that's going to be.
Yeah, I think
we might be just rolling with it too. We might hit the Edison. We might hit. I may keep coming back to the Edison as we go along.
So yeah, shout out real quick to David Van Cleve for doing all the homework and working with Give Kids the World to get us all set up, get us the right paperwork and stuff to make sure we can participate. It looks like that morning, so we're probably going to do like a 6 or 7 to 10 type window. I'm not sure what their beginning hours for volunteer hours are, but we'll get in there. We're going to have a group of dads that's going to volunteer on property, anywhere from driving buses, driving carts, delivering ice cream. I also read on the site that there's package delivery and stuff.
No, he's not. He keeps coming up with these empty cones. We didn't order cones. We ordered ice cream.
Right.
No.
Hey,
That's not something I'll be able to do. But
hey, maybe somebody at Give Kids the World has got a hook up for a case of Mickey bars.
Who knows? I don't know where they get their ice cream from and stuff. But, so there's so many different stations and different opportunities at Give Kids the World. And we're going to try and participate and give our best DisDads participation and show some support. And then in the afternoon, obviously, like I said, we're going to try and knock that out in the morning hours. We'll have the afternoon available to do something. Who knows? We'll end up at Edison. Who knows? That maybe the Trader Sam's night. It's going to be fun. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I know several other dads have. Clearly, David has, and David's been spearheading the whole effort and working with the communications with Give Kids the World to make sure that we have that opportunity. So, again, thanks to all the dads who are volunteering and want to participate in that with us. I think it's going to be huge, at least for us as a DisDads group, to make a name for ourselves with the Give Kids the World organization.
Yeah.
So, thanks again.
And on that note, we're not going to get into the details tonight, but Carl's fabulous auction is going to be running to help raise money for that, and we're going to do several different things along with that. Joe and Terry and I have talked, and one of the things we're going to do is we're going to go around and drink the beverages from collector's glasses, and then we're going to auction off the glass, and maybe we'll sign it or something, or do something with it after we get done. But one of these lucky people could have the chance to buy our empties.
Yeah. So maybe you're one of those people that wants to go to Trader Sam's or the Edison or some of these places that have souvenir glasses, but you're not ready to spend the kind of money that it takes to create, souvenir collection like the ones I have, for example. But you do definitely want to donate to Give Kids the World and be part of the fundraising we do for the silent auction, if you will. So then again, that's going to be an opportunity for you to get one of these, right? So we'll go to Trader Sam's during the convention. We'll purchase some souvenir mugs while we're there based on the drinks we order. And then we'll turn around and put them right back into the auction for the money we're raising for Give Kids the World. So that'll be your opportunity, instead of just not only donating to Give Kids the World, but also getting a souvenir mug in return, something you probably wouldn't normally pay for yourself.
And we may include a photo of the three of us enjoying such souvenir mug.
You never know.
For a price.
Hey, if you guys donate enough, we'll do whatever you ask.
There were a couple questions about fast passes, and I'm not going to repeat them, but I am going to post them up later about times and what we were thinking of for fast passes. So do that.
Yeah, so for the moment, I want to say, if there's anything you guys are thinking of and curious about, or maybe you have questions about, feel free to send us the questions and ask, have we thought of this? Or maybe you got some ideas. We're all about making sure that everybody has a great time. Again, we've said this on previous podcast or live cast. This vacation is what you're paying for. It's your vacation. We want you to come hang out with us and spend some time with us and get to know your fellow DisDads. But if it's one of those vacations that you only get one a year, or maybe this is a rare opportunity for you to get to come to Disney World, I want you to absolutely have the time of your life and vacation your way, right? So,
Exactly.
but on the topic of hanging out with the DisDads, if you've got an idea on something we can do, feel free to message us and let us know. We may be able to work it in right now. So we're constantly working on the agenda. We're constantly working on activities and stuff. We have a good set right now, but there's always room for improvement, right? So feel free to message us and see if there's an idea that we may want to leverage.
Yeah, and think up maybe some Disney or DisDad related items that you might want to donate. We're going to do a whole ramblings with Carl on the auction here stuff, but do that sometime soon when I get more rum, and we'll. But in the meantime, think up maybe items that you might be interested in doing, or creative ideas. Oddly enough, the only ideas Adam, Joe, and I were able to come up with involve "we'll drink for you," but but you might have some other creative ideas to do while you're down there too. So
exactly, if there's some of the things that we talked about with the auction, we were willing to be your personal shopper. There's some of you guys I know, like Justin's down there right now for the first time in 2 years, 3 years,
4 years
with his family. 4 years for Justin, and there's a few other guys I know that it's a long time between going, but there's things down there, like special pins. There's certain merchandise. There's things like that you want. Hey, don't make a donation to Give Kids the World, and Joe, I, or Terry will run around and find it for you, or make a donation to Give Kids the World and say, hey, I want Joe, Adam, and Terry to go do X, Y, and Z. You make that donation large enough, we'll probably drink enough to figure out what to do.
keep it semi-PG.
Keep it semi-PG, yeah.
The only thing that's really straight up off the table is I ain't getting in that damn lake.
We'll do nothing that will get us banned from Disney.
Nothing.
Everything else is game.
Nothing that will get us banned from Disney. Nor will we do anything that will get us eaten by alligators.
Right.
And we might even push the envelope on the getting banned. Let's get real close to the.
Yeah. If we might go as far as putting Feeney over the edge.
I don't believe we could do that. That might be a challenge. Can we get Feeney to go George Costanza in one afternoon?
That would be a blast.
How many times could we go back through security and harass Feeney in an hour?
Oh, man. So seriously, guys, I mean, if you got any ideas, anything that you can come up with on the top of your head you've seen in the past.
How much would you pay to see us get Feeney blow his top on live camera?
No, I don't think we'll get to the point where we'll make Feeney lose his job. That's not the point of it. But
oh God,
we're going to have a great time.
No,
and I'm sure he gets excited when we stop and see him and say hi, because it's monotonous for him to stand up there and see thousands upon thousands of people come through the parks and deal with the people. He stands there and tells you about what, open your bags, get ready to go through security and stuff, and they just don't listen. Or people who bring in some of the dumbest stuff knowing that they're not supposed to. So God bless Vinny for what he does and to keep the park secure for the rest of us. Disney security in general for keeping the park a happy place to go.
Just keep your rubber gloves away from me, Feeney.
Yeah.
And yes, Carl, you're going to have to do your share as well.
So I'm missing something. Where are you guys seeing all these chats from? Because I'm not seeing it on the Facebook, the YouTube page. So.
Well, it's on the YouTube page.
Oh, that's where I'm getting it. Live chat.
Really? It's not. Whatever you've got died, Joe.
Apparently.
It died It died about 45 minutes ago.
So because I've killed the stream.
Yeah.
Maybe if I turn the audio off and let the stream run, maybe that's the problem.
We'll get that overlay going again before the next one.
There we go. Now it's catching up.
Jay wants to know how much to keep me out of the tub. I guess I can threaten that until the donations get high enough. and I will let Terry and Joe decide how high they got to get to keep me out. Because they'll be the ones that have to keep me out.
Oh, my goodness. Now I'm catching up on all the chats now that the feed's running again. Yeah, Jay, the hat stays. I'm sorry. We all have our dedicated college. And by the way, September 1st, Notre Dame, Michigan. Those of you guys, Tim Brooks, all those up in Michigan, your day's coming, by the way.
I do think I have a 48-14 Bama Notre Dame poster around here somewhere. I think I can dig out a 40-something to 7 Michigan poster too.
That was many years ago. The end of the last visit between Notre Dame and Michigan was like 28-0. Michigan went out of the schedule with a 0 score.
This is very meta.
Very meta.
What does that mean?
Jeff?
Yeah, I don't know what Jeff means by that. I think at least he didn't call us Metro.
Or mental?
Or mental. What are you 3 guys drinking now? We want details. Oh, okay.
Adam, you go first.
Captain Morgan Spiced and Coke.
Well,
okay. Terry's got Captain Morgan. All right, Adam?
Yep. I am on a 3-year Havana Club.
And I'll be honest, I'm not even drinking rum. I'm drinking whiskey. It's Crown Royal and Coke.
It's Canadian rum.
Canadian rum.
That's acceptable. A?
Yeah, A.
So who is it that has the DisDads Maker's Mark barrel? Isn't it Scott?
Yeah, who did that? That created the original DisDads, the tag when they created the barrel.
Because it's coming up. I mean, it's only a year or two away, I think.
What are their time frames? Is that 4 years or 5 years?
7.
I don't think it's been 7 yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a couple years away. But I think several of us are planning a trip to get labeled. Yeah, it's Stratman.
Okay. That'll be awesome. That'll be a heck of a DisDads meetup.
Getting the old Kentucky Bourbon Trail.
Because I'll be honest, I've never had Maker's Mark.
Really?
As good as I've heard it has been, I've never had any.
It's actually pretty decent. It's a tailgating special. Terry, you gonna make it down for the Bourbon Trail?
For what?
When we do the Bourbon Trail, you gonna come down?
I'm going to do my best. I'm not I got to be honest, I'm not a fan of bourbon, but I'll be there. I'll smuggle some rum along.
Yeah.
Well, we can take a couple of side trips into the mountains and get some of that clear stuff.
Worst case scenario, I could drive.
I
never leave the state of Kentucky and still have a great time.
Depends on where you are in the hills. There's lots of things in them there hills. Speaking of Kentuckians, where's Tony at tonight?
Yeah, where is Tony?
I haven't seen him in a while. I need to text him or ask him a little bit.
Tony was on the 2015 cruise, the DisDads original cruise on the Disney Dream, and he had brought some bottles down. I guess he maybe have got them on board. I'm not sure, but he had some sipper bottles that he brought in and tagged them as the Kentucky Bourbon Fairy. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring some family spring water in January, Terry, from the Georgia hills.
There you
Some
go.
Georgia spring water.
Uh-oh.
Billy Fenzel Oh, that's Carl. It says apple pie shine. Well, you got to go get it from somebody that made it. You can't buy that crap off the shelf because that crap off the shelf is only 70 proof.
That it was, Jason.
No, I'm close enough to road trip.
Maybe one of the Eastern dads will bring down some screech for you guys.
Yeah. We know Jay stops by the Youngling factory and he can pick up some of the good stuff straight from Youngling.
Oh.
Homemade stuff. Oh yeah, Jay, tell us more.
I know Jay has a family member that makes the homemade Baileys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's good stuff. I'll say this though, that what was that Carolina cream rum that David brought?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Joe.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we finished that off in a cup of coffee one morning.
Oh yeah, that's
no
right.
Creamer in the house. I gotta ask. I need to ask David what that was because I think I can get it when I go to South Carolina in the fall.
Yeah.
Because I've never had anything like that before. I mean, I've had rum chata and I've had other cream liquors, but I ain't never had nothing like that.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
I think I had a little taste of that.
Well, I mean, it was hard to keep up with David because he was mixing so many things, and just you'd stand there, and the next thing he'd walk up and he'd hand you a glass and take away your shot glass and give you something else, and he was on point. So again, from the past DDC, this past year in 2018, kudos to David Gale on being the mix master in the room. That was awesome.
Those were awesome.
I think Papcheck says he's going to try to raise the bar, but that's a high bar to raise.
That's a high bar to raise.
If he can eat, I'll give Chris this. If Chris can get 90%, I'll give him kudos.
Absolutely. We'll give anybody an effort for trying. David takes advantage of not only learning some of the mixings that he's researched through mobile apps and stuff like that, but he also took
he took classes.
The classes on the boat, right? So he took the mixer class on the cruise. Which hopefully I get the chance to do on the Magic Cruise in New York in November. We'll see. That's going to be a fun cruise with Randall and the Hajar family and the Boulogne family and the Hebert family because both Randall's daughters and their families are coming, so it's going to be a great cruise. But hopefully, I'll get a chance to do the mixology class and get to see what David got to learn and see some of that other stuff.
Well, David also got them to run a separate private class.
Yeah, he got another class.
They did that one and then convinced the bartender to do some class with just them too. So he really perfected his craft.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stepping it up. That's good stuff.
What I liked about David's drinks is that they weren't like atom bombs, right? They weren't designed to get you smashed right away. They got you going and then kept you at a nice buzz through the night, right? That's what it's about. It's not how quick you go down.
Don't throw it down the gauntlet. Just keep the ride going. Yeah.
I believe it was called 6 and 20 Carolina Cream. And it is available in a store outside Atlanta that I stopped by. I know where I'm going Thursday.
Carl.
Are we coming up for dinner, Joe?
Dinner. Remind me again. I'm missing something. Dinner. It's
a marathon, not a sprint. I don't know. Jason Gilbert said something about we coming up for dinner. When are you coming up for dinner? Oh, I guess for the cruise to hook up.
Oh, so we'll be in Manhattan that night on the 23rd. So I know McSorley's is on the list. I know the guys have been talking about hitting up McSorley's since we're in New York and Manhattan. I don't know what the solid plans are for that night. I'm trying to make sure I get in on a red eye early that Friday morning so I can spend the entire day in Manhattan because I truly do love hanging out in New York. I'll walk from Battery Park all the way up to Central Park. I don't care. And there's so much in between. I love the fact that New York is such a vast environment from Soho to the Greenwich Village, where several different artists have played, all the way up to making our way to Times Square, the Diamond District, and you're up there during the lights, during the dusk of dawn when all the stores are starting to shut down, and it's just a fun time in Manhattan. I really do enjoy it. Not someplace I could definitely live indefinitely for a long time, but from a visitor perspective, a day or two in New York, Manhattan is a blast. And then November timeframe, I don't know that there'll be a whole lot going on. I know I've been there in December when they've done like the Christmas stuff in the squares, Union Square and various other places. But it's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna all spend the day in Manhattan before we depart on the Saturday. I believe that's the 24th, headed for San Juan aboard the Disney Magic. So we'll see.
And as of right now, if any of you jokers are going to be in Orlando end of September, I may be down there for a conference. So holler at me. I'll be down at like 22nd through the 28th, 29th of September. So holler at me. If you're going to be down there, we'll hook up. I'll try to break away for a little bit.
Yeah. As always, when you guys are down in Orlando, check and see if there's any other dads down there and do a meetup. You saw, Kevin Bentley was down this week. Him and John Peters met up. Great photo opportunity. Just meet up some other DisDads. Whether these guys have something in common with you or not, they're all DisDads. It's great photo opportunities and lets us know that you guys are actually going out of your way to meet and greet other guys that are part of the group here. So again, like Adam said,
I'll just tell you,
look him up.
It makes my week when somebody goes out of the way to meet up with me or hook up and talk for just a minute. Man, you ain't got to spend all day with me. I'm not that kind of guy. If you want to hang out with me all day, I will. But but it always makes me smile, and I look back at all the photos of all the guys I've met, and like I said, some of my best buddies in the world are in this group, and we only get together once a year, but we hang out and talk year round, and it just on a fluke that we met, and so salute, guys.
Salute. All of y'all. The ones we've met, the ones we've hung out with, the ones we've spent time either on the cruise or in DDC with, and the guys we're going to meet this year. Glad you guys are coming. Can't wait to meet you. We're going to have a great time.
We're going to have better than a great time. We're going to have an awesome time.
Awesome.
It's going to be awesome. Arr.
Jort's already trying to talk me into taking the drone over behind Disney and trying to fly it in. That could be fun, though, one night, going over to the backside of Hollywood Studios and firing off the drone and taking some night photos.
A pinned post with who's in the world might be nice.
Well,
yeah, I tried that, Randall. I tried to do a calendar page to say, post in here if you're going to be in the world so that other people know, but that didn't go over too well. So
we do have the DisDads winter, fall, summer, and spring pages too.
Good point.
They don't see a lot of action, but it's real easy on those ones, on those separate ones, to keep abreast who's down there, and that. But we've tried a calendar idea a couple of times, and they just generally don't get updated as often.
Yeah, we typically come in strong in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it dies out, and it's rough.
People forget about it and that there, but there are those other pages there too. If you're not a member of them, shoot me a message and we'll add you.
He said breast.
Yeah, I said breast.
Hi, Corey. Hi, Kaylee.
It's a funner word than rum.
Hey, Corey. What's up, buddy? Kaylee, keep them straight, man.
Yeah.
Or girl.
Good job to the Gilbert kids softball, baseball season. You guys impress me and do a great job. I'm totally proud of you.
Always active, staying busy.
Yep.
You got a full-time job keeping your dad straight.
Well, I posted up the fast pass plans there.
Nice.
We did, so those are up. If people want to see changes, go ahead. But that's probably what we're going to shoot for. You can, you don't have to take them if you want. Anybody that's friends with me, I'm going to wind up making fast passes for you. When the window opens.
Think of it as Terry's
if you don't
way
want
of
them,
getting
cancel
back
them, change them,
my
whatever.
Disney experience for screwing him all the years. I'm going to make 50 fast pass reservations at one time. Screw you, Disney.
And again, a moment in time. Pause for a identification of, again, this is you guys' vacation. Again, if you don't get to go very often, make it your vacation. Do what you want to do. We just like to meet you and say hi and get to know you a little bit before you go off and do your own thing. For those guys that are bringing family and kids, we know you're going to go do your own thing because you guys, again, it's all about family and going and having a good time. We just want to see you. We want to meet your family, meet your wives, meet your kids. I know we're crazy when it comes to things like this live cast and when we're hanging out at the DDC. If you've met us outside Trader Sam's, things can get a little DisDad-ish. I'll call that a term. But again, we just want to meet you all. You joined a group of guys that are family members. We have kids of our own. We've gone through life and dealt the family way. We've done the Disney way. Now we want to see and meet you and understand the brotherhood of who you are. Not going to feel like I'm rambling, but...
well, not only that, like the three of us, just the three of us on here, we've got family at different stages of life. But yet we all have... Joe's single, so that's a little different. But Terry and I both have wives that, do their own thing from time to time and allow us to do our own thing and understand that we are different people and separate people. And my kids are getting older. All of mine are in high school this year. And they slowly just don't give a crap what Dad does. It's like all I am is a freaking ATM.
Mine just started college, so don't even talk to me about money. Whew. Love you, Ariel.
So yeah, but you only got one. I got three.
Well, you split them up by two. The other two are gonna really wear out your wallet. But
yeah. 2022 is gonna suck.
2022, the convention's going to be at Adam's house in the backyard.
Because I can't afford to do nothing else.
He's going to do a barbecue fundraiser. He's going to smoke up all this meat and hopefully get a lot of donations to help pay for. First off, he's got to deal with two 16-year-olds who's going to want to drive.
That's in 2020.
And then he's going to turn around 2 years later and going to need to figure out how to get them into college. So
yeah. 2020, I have one that graduates and I have two that start driving all within 3 months of each other. Events.
Yeah.
So I might not. 2019 might be the last time y'all see me for a while. So if you want to hang out with me, you might need to come on down.
And I'll say while we're on the subject, kudos to Jeff because I know he's got a pretty good sized family. He's got his kids staggered out a good bit. Carl's gone through most of his, I think. He's got Bobby left. And several of you Jason Palace, you're still ways away. You haven't even felt the pain yet of driving cars and college and stuff. So you got a long ways to go.
He's still making me chicken nuggets from McDonald's.
Right.
I go to Arby's and it's $100.
Can't forget poor Jody. She's still dealing with Randall.
Yeah, Randall is just a kid in himself.
Jody, I lift my glass to you. You are an amazing woman and a woman of much patience and much understanding. Not only do you put up with Randall, but you put up with all of us too.
And comes back every year. I don't get it.
It comes back every year. We love you.
Love you, Jody. And again, to all of you guys who get to come, you bring your families, Jay, Tony. I know I've seen you and Carrie several times and the kids. Jason, you and Jeanette and the kids, and Adam, obviously you and the kids, and Terry, when you get to bring one of your kids one at a time, pretty smart man. He's breaking it up.
I got to figure that out. I need to do that. I did that a few years ago. I need to go back to doing that. Each kid gets a separate vacation. Then I get 3 vacations.
It's a good money saver. 2020 is Emma's turn.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, we're at the rambling part where we're not even talking about the good DDC stuff. We're just rambling on. But
Yeah.
I got a couple of guys that have messaged me in the last few days saying that they've changed their plans. They're going to drive down. Guys that are staying in the house. Having extra cars at the house is not a problem, other than the fact we may have to park some of them at the community pool because they all have to fit in the. From what I was told, they all have to fit in the driveway.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So we can't park on the street overnight. So like when people come to the house to visit or whatever, it's not a big deal. But overnight, we're not supposed to park on the street. But that's a pretty big driveway. It looks like it'll hold 4 or 5 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure whether I'm gonna have a van or not. I know if at bare minimum I'll bring the MDX, and that holds 7.
Yeah, I'll be in the Focus, so it's compact-ish.
Yeah.
Well,
And if push comes to shove, we'll just go to Enterprise.
Mine.
Well, I was gonna say, if push comes to shove, we'll just go to Enterprise and rent a van. And I can get a van, I think, for like $300 for the week.
Uber.
Or
Uber's cheaper.
Uber's actually cheaper, especially if we all, if we do Uber X and get like 8 in a minivan at a time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And we can all drink.
Oh, that's the beauty of it.
But yeah, Jay, that means you're going to have to drive outside Animal Kingdom all the way over to Reunion Resort and pick us all up. Appreciate the sentiment, but that's going to be getting annoying after the first couple of days.
Hell, we'll be annoying after the first 5 minutes.
I was going to say, we're starting on Saturday before everybody gets down there. We're going to already be wired up by the time everybody gets down there on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I plan on being wired up, calmed down, and wired back up again.
Terry's planning on being wasted, sober, and then back, and then needing a liver transplant.
So good point. We've made our presence at Celebration the past second and third year for DDC 5 and DDC 6, and they didn't see us this past year. We were just chatting about that earlier in the leadership group.
Please.
So
no
guys, be
trips to the
careful.
ER.
Right?
No trips to the ER.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make it a trip to the ER, it needs to be because we're having a standoff somewhere. Somebody got stabbed.
Yeah. So Paul made his presence known, and we had to go visit him and pick him up, and he was running and doing a great job. Carl's made his visit. There's been, I think, one other dad that's maybe made a visit. We want to do our best to stay away from that environment in that area.
It's a beautiful hospital, but we don't need to see it again.
Yeah, we don't need to see it. 14 guys in a house and lots of alcohol. I'm sure it's going to be available. We're going to do our best to keep it sane, keep it clean, and keep everybody safe.
I think I'm going to leave the baby gate up around the pool.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest fear though, is that like somebody stumbles out and just falls in and we don't know they're in there.
Right.
Like I had a dream about that the other night. I was like, no.
Well, you've seen us, right?
Yeah.
Like I know you've slimmed down, and Joe's looking swimmer, and I hear Jeff slimmed down, but the rest of us float pretty good.
I'm not real buoyant these days. There'll be a certain point in time we issue life vests during the night.
Right. Just put a whole bunch of rafts in the pool just to make sure something's grab onto.
Hopefully, it's warm enough there that we can use the pool there, because that's going to be a nice relaxation.
Yeah, it says it's heated, so we should be good.
Heated, but there's only a certain point.
If it's just
a
few degrees above freezing, it's not going to matter how heated it is.
That's true. The heat only maintains the temperature; it doesn't keep it lower.
That's just keeping the ice off the top.
But again, looking forward to you guys in January. Thanks for watching the podcast, or the live streams, if you will. For you new guys that have not been to DDCC, looking forward to meet you specifically. We hope you're excited to have a good time. It's going to be a blast. We've done this for 6 years. I personally missed, I think, 2 and 3, but 4, 5, 6. There's no other brotherhood, no matter what group you're a part of, that's like Disney fans, DisDads, and things that go on at the party house and the party room and the picnic and stuff. So it may sound crazy while we're on here, and we may talk a lot about getting obnoxious on here. It's not really that much. We have a great time, and we hope you guys do too.
We generally keep everybody in check.
Absolutely.
So we're going to give one last call for shout-outs or whatever you guys got on the chat room. If there's something you want to know before we get off of here. I think we've rambled on now, and my big cup's about empty now.
Yeah, mine too.
And I don't really need to fill up. I don't need to fill up the big one again.
That was half crown, so I'm not gonna go for a refill.
This was almost... So, if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything else, we'll throw that out there. If not,
there was rum, Jason.
It was rum.
Yeah, Jay, there was rum. It's.
Where's all the rum? It's gone.
It's gone.
Captain Jack came by. And it's gone.
Yeah.
Damn pirate. Stole all the rum.
Aye. Arr.
And
hey?
Jay, being scared of cold water, you forget, my friend, where I come from. I've been swimming in the Arctic Ocean amongst the icebergs, and enough of that shit.
Yeah. I don't think it'll get cold enough in Florida to do a polar plunge like you guys do up north, so we're safe.
Hey, look. I live in the South for a reason, and if we have one more cold winter like we've had the last 2 years, my ass is going further south. I'm done with this.
I don't need any more excuses to move to Orlando. I'm trying hard enough as it is.
I'm gonna go live with CJ. It's got to be warm in Miami.
It's got to be warmer there, yeah.
He's got to speak 2 languages.
I can handle that. It's okay. All right, will it be cold? Who knows, Randall?
We never know.
I was going to say, what was it, 2 years ago? It was 80 on Tuesday and it was 31 on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was brutal. I was not prepared for the I was prepared for the 80. I was even prepared for the 65. I was not prepared for the 31.
No.
When it started sleeting before the marathon, I was like, I'm done.
It's insane. You call that the Sunshine State.
There goes the clean rating.
Jay, I'm always up for trying to get up there to you guys to plunge. It's just one of those things that's hard at that time of year because I just got back from DDCC and convincing the company I need another couple of days off. But I definitely absolutely want to do it. The Special Olympics Pennsylvania, regardless, Special Olympics is dear to my heart in general.
Exactly. That'd be fun. Maybe we can work it out 1 year. Hey, I get an extra week of vacation next year, Joe.
Oh, nice. I hear there's lots of good places to drink in Pennsylvania.
have to figure that out.
Jeff, the cold never bothered us anyway.
God, let it go, Jeff.
Just let it go, man.
Snowballs.
Increases consumption. That's true. All right. So not to stare at our ugly mugs and cause too much dead air. Thanks again for you guys that have tuned in and then sat here on the chat and watched the feed. We appreciate you guys watching. Again, hope you're excited for those of you that are coming.
One thing before we cut off. If you will, I believe somewhere on the page there's a subscribe button. If you will, click the little bell, subscribe to the Rum Ramblings page, because we really need to get over 100 subscribers so I can get a dedicated URL. And there's a few other things I can do with that. If you could help us out, that would be great. You know, like if you got like 5 people in your family, go get all 5 people to subscribe.
Right.
Or something. Pad our stats.
Clearly, you guys that are chatting have already got YouTube accounts, but you can create one. They're free and nothing to it. You know, DisDads and your DisDad number. And if you don't have a number, I hear there's a guy in the chat right now. His name is Randall Hebert. He'll gladly, on the Diz page, assign you a DisDads number if you don't already have one.
I don't even know my number. I
need
got
a number.
One.
There's no rum service without a number.
No rum service.
I have a number, but I don't know my number.
I'm 594, I think. 596, somewhere in there.
I think I got some long butt number because I asked years after I'd been in the group.
All right, Gilbert's checking out. You guys have a great night. Jay, Leslie, Kaylee,
this page?
Corey. Have a great night.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. I will have to get Carl to subscribe. All right, Billy.
Jeff, 367. Go you.
How long have you been in the group, Jeff?
Clearly quite a while if he's down in the 300s.
I was going to say, I came in 11.
You know what's funny is I have a high DisDads number in the 500s, but when you look at my Diz number, I'm higher than most people because I've been in the Diz long before most of these guys. Kathy, the webmaster Kathy on the Diz, used to work with me at JCPenney, and she was the one that got me on the Diz. I know it's a tangent conversation, but it's called Ramblings. But yeah, so I've been on the Diz since like early 2005, maybe late 2004. Oh, wow. I just didn't find the DisDads and get a DisDads number and get involved with you guys until around 2011. That's when there was a happening on the Diz. There were some postings one night. We'll call it some rum ramblings, if you will. Some photos were posted in the DisDads page that got Aaron banned and some other guys in trouble. And that was what spawned, really, the DisDads URL and deciding to move that type of content off of the Diz. Little trivia information, maybe history information there for you. So I had reached out to Kathy myself and said, hey, Aaron was caught in a moment, inebriated, bad post, and various others of us that were in a bad situation posting at a good time. I don't know if if it was 4th of July or what was going on that caused so much drinking that night. But I'll say there was definitely some control from the Diz board admins that said, hey, you guys have gone overboard. The things you guys are posting are not family friendly. And that's when we decided to set up a DisDads.com URL and take this kind of content from a man's perspective outside the Diz. And that would be the spawn of DDCC. So just a little history lesson for you. And then there was some conversation around a Nemesis Challenge is what it was called way back in 2011. Barry and Tim Beloin, Barry Summer and Tim Beloin were doing a Nemesis Challenge, going to run the marathon that year, and they were razzing each other about who was going to win.
And it came about, that was in 2013 that went down.
Yeah. 2013 is when we decided to do the first DisDads convention to go cheer them on. I know there were several dads that ran that year. I can't even think of all the names that were there that ran. I know Eric and Ryan and obviously Paul and Barry and Tim and all the guys that ran that year. It was a great year. It's a good kickoff to the DisDads convention. Things have changed a lot over the years. Oh, Carl. I was trying to keep it clean, sir. I wasn't going to bring it up, but since you kind of fronted it out, that's what it was. But yeah, so there was some bacon-covered photos.
Randall. The second DisDads group I ran with that, we actually had a bunch that ran in 14.
Yeah.
We had there. I got a photo. It's on the photo collection. There's probably 12 or 13 of us at the half that day, and that wasn't everybody that ran.
Yeah, and again, it's been going on for 6 years. This will be the 7th year. Just a great group of guys to hang out with. You know, if you don't drink, that's okay too. You don't have to drink. No pressure on anybody. You're missing out, but
you can drive.
You can drive. Yeah. So David even volunteered. I know David was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still there with us. Kudos to David, but he volunteered to drive some if he was available. Even in the nights that we're at Edison or Trader Sam's or any of the other pub crawl that we do, the boardwalk crawl, if you don't drink, that's fine. Come hang out with us. Watch Terry put his pinky out as he drinks a pink drink with flowers inside. It's a blast. Again, it's just a brotherhood of guys that are all walks of life, all different types of families from different locations across the globe. Come hang out with us. We look forward to meeting you. DDC 7, January, I believe, 9th through the 11th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 11th to the 12th, whatever that Wednesday through Sunday is the main convention. Terry, Adam, myself, Carl, we're going to be there from the 5th, that earlier weekend. So if you come in early, we know Barry's going to be the early dad this year. He's coming in New Year's. He'll be there with the family. Look forward to seeing them again because I personally haven't seen them since DDC 1 when I sat with them, and I think Ryder was still a newborn. So it's going to be great. What can I say? You guys that have never been, first time to the DDCC, look forward to meeting you.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to meet you guys and hang out. And I will graciously accept any beverages you want to purchase and see if you can get me to do something. we can be bribed.
We can be. We're cheap.
By Disney standards.
Unless it's a Nautilus, then it's not cheap. But
yeah, then it's not cheap.
It'll be worth the show when it's over with.
And may be on the auction for you guys to bid on for the Give Kids the World. All right. Let's see. Nimmy challenge with a Nimmy. I'll take a loss this year and follow through with a face painting. All right. So one last challenge, and I'm going to do this on behalf of Randall because I was there when it was supposed to go down. Carl, the challenge for you is you've got approximately 4 months. What is this? August, September, October, November, December. You got 4 months till January to perfect the brookies. You've got to come back with a triumphant win and cook brookies for Randall. Ariel and I have done it. They turned out pretty good. We know you can do it. So there you go, Randall. I'm pitching brookies for you. He still owes you.
I was going to say, Randall asked for something else the other day, some Reese's Cup looking cheesecake thing. I was like, I think that would kill me now. There's more sugar in that one dessert than I've had in 2 years. So let's see if we can kill Adam in like 5 minutes.
Right. We will kill the keto and it will be history.
Oh, that I will say that's awesome. Jason and Carl got a thing going here in the chat. We will auction off what Carl paints his face as. I will even auction my face off to be painted. If y'all pony up, y'all can have me painted whatever.
Yeah.
That Disney will paint.
That might be an exciting day. Do a face painting day where we all travel the parks and I don't know, collegiate paint.
Or whatever y'all pay. Whatever y'all y'all make the donation to Give Kids the World, and I'll go get whatever put on my face.
Yep. Randall, off for you, buddy. I know what the Brookies can taste like. Let's see if Carl can make them right.
If he's not too busy rubbing his butt. And playing with his sausages.
They're playing with a sausage.
The succulent sausages.
Anything else, guys? Last minute chance. Going once, going twice before we shut this thing down.
All right. I guess we got to bring it to a close. This has been fun. I enjoyed it, guys.
Yeah. We're trying to keep you guys entertained and keep you guys excited about the convention. Seems to be every 2 weeks so far. I don't know if we can keep it up, but we'll sit here and drink rum every 2 weeks if that's what you want. We don't care. Just to keep you guys excited.
Maybe we'll start pre-show in about 45 minutes beforehand, so by the time the show starts, we'll be good. We'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Get the warm-up show. All right.
I'll find my bigger glasses.
Yeah. Go get your group.
I got a bigger glass around here somewhere.
I don't know. I think the only thing bigger than this Krakatoa right now is the either the Nautilus or the Oa.
Well, the Nautilus is just...
It's hard
awkward.
to drink out of.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... you need one of those illegal plastic straws there.
Yeah.
They're still perfectly legal in Alabama. You'll pry our straws away from our cold, dead, gun-toting hands. Dang hippies.
Southerners.
All right. Well.
All right, guys. I guess I'll fire off the closing scroll here, and we'll catch you guys next time. Again, thanks for watching. What are we at, Terry? I think we were supposed to get the final countdown here at some point, and we didn't even bring it up. So you got an idea of how many days we are?
We're at more than 60 days.
Still more than 60. And that's the next goal, is we're trying to get to the fast passes.
155.
155. That's not that far away, guys, when you consider Halloween and Thanksgiving is going to be upon us, and then Christmas, and then you'll need to be packing and get ready for DDCC. So
football season starts in 3 weeks.
Tell me about it.
Football season, 3 weeks.
That'll get us through.
Yeah.
Once football season starts, then I won't think about anything unless we just suck.
Right.
Something happens.
So right now, I'm looking for September 1st. Hashtag Go Irish. All right, guys. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, guys. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. Glad y'all could join us.
This Rumcast brought to you by the DisDads Club, Disney Vacation Club resorts we stay at, and we do it all for viewers like you. Thanks, guys, and have a great night.
Night.